Okay, well, I don't think this will necessarily be a video that I put on the channel, but I'm just gonna read through this comment that I got for the Michael Franzese video. It's been, how long has it been since I posted that video? A couple months. 5. I only posted 2 videos on this channel so far. I'm supposed to already have like 5 out, but it's okay. It'll all be worth it. I'm working on some dope shit. Soon. I think the next video I'm gonna be working on is The Walking Dead. I'm just gonna say, it's not like it's gonna be a secret or anything like that. It's gonna be a Walking Dead video, basically going through the seasons, how I feel about it, because I have been a fan of the series, the comics and the show. I first started watching it when I think I was like 12, secretly watching it, and then I fully actually started watching it in I think 10th grade or something like that with my mom. So yeah, that's gonna be probably the next video that I'm gonna be working on. So it's gonna take another month, because I have to binge watch the shit out of that, take some notes, make some actual commentary, make a good video, and that'll be fun. But yeah, today I'm just gonna look at this comment that I got on the Michael Franzese video, because everybody hates my take, apparently. All right, so let's read through this. I'm not sure exactly what this is. I just saw there was a big ass line of text, and I'm gonna go through it. So Ignacio Bryan. All right, let's read through this. Okay, so say a lot had to do with respect in that life. Since you don't seem to know a lot about him, obviously, I can try to inform you a bit. Michael Franzese grew up with his father as an underboss of the Colombo crime family. He was always under surveillance because of the tactics used by police at that time. He and his family were always followed with 2 police cars. Everybody knew when I was in the block, the police followed this kid for all his life. So I don't know what triggered this, other than I was critiquing Michael Franzese, but he started breaking down basically, I don't need these on. What am I doing? He started breaking down basically the backstory of Michael Franzese, which I know the backstory. I've listened to at least 2 podcasts with Michael Franzese, and he gives the same story. His backstory, it's pretty easy to kind of understand where he's coming from. I know he's a mob guy. I know he was part of the Colombo crime family. I know he did all this shit. I know he had big notoriety in the mob life. All this stuff. It's very easy to know these things. And I don't think I ever really was addressing that in my video. I think for the most part, my video was pointing to the fact that he was using the fact that he was in the mob to discredit a lot of the things in the movie. And a lot of his logic and reasoning when he was talking about the movie didn't really line up when he gave a lot of praise to like other comparable movies like The Goodfellas, like The Sopranos and things like that, and how they represented Italian Americans and how they addressed racial issues, societal issues in those shows and movies as well. But he had a big issue with them in this movie itself. So at this point, I don't really know what this guy's talking about. The commenter, he's kind of just giving me the backstory, and I don't really know why. Okay, but let's continue with the next set of history lesson on Michael Franzese's backstory. Okay, so the police were following him all the time. Everybody knew when I was in the block, blah, blah, blah. So he grew up hating the government, obviously, because they seemed like the enemy. Michael didn't even want to be in the mob life. They wrongfully convicted his father of a series of bank robberies that never happened. But when you were as high profile as Sonny Franzese, they would want to catch you for anything you know. So they did wrongfully convict him, sentenced him for 50 years in prison. I don't think they wrongfully convicted him. If he's a mob guy, I don't think it would be a far stretch to say that he was probably running a bunch of he was probably actually running a series of bank robberies, but maybe he didn't, and maybe he did get fucked over by the cops, and I mean, regardless, whatever, this still doesn't have anything to address my video. So when he was high profile, blah blah blah, anything, so they did wrongfully convict him, sentenced him for 50 years in prison. Okay, Michael knew they were lying because he knew his father better than anybody. I don't think I've ever heard Michael Franzese say that. I think he always, like, whenever he talks about this situation, maybe there's a video that I haven't watched because I'm not a Michael Franzese fan. I've seen like a few podcasts where Michael Franzese is talking to them and where he kind of breaks down his backstory. I think there was one where he was with Mike Tyson, and there was one where it was just him getting interviewed, and it was like an hour long or something like that. So I think I've probably had enough instances to maybe have picked up on that, but I don't think he's ever addressed that. But I don't really care either. Like, whatever. Okay, he hates the government. Still don't know what this has to do with my video. He came across this scam fraud to scam the gasoline biz and made like 8 or some million each week. Yeah. What happens later? Basically, he gets caught in the end, like everybody, and does his time. 8 years prison, 2 years of solitary confinement. Gets out and becomes a motivated figure. Why you shouldn't do bad things? Everybody changes. You are mad at him for disliking. Okay, wait. Everybody changes. Okay. So this, I think, is where the history lesson ends. So this is going to be his take on my video now. You are mad at him for disliking that show you liked because he didn't find any credibility in it. I'm not mad at him for not liking the show that I like. I specifically, I know that this comment, this big ass comment, was made before you finished the video, which is fine. You addressed that already. I'm not mad at him. I just thought it odd that he, in his video, I just thought it was odd that he would have this take on the movie. There were obviously like good criticisms of Many Saints of Newark that were valid, but he decided to go down the route of like, the movie was making fun of Italian Americans. The movie was too woke. Things like that didn't make sense. Those were my critiques of what he was saying. And I also critiqued the fact that he was trying to like strong arm his background in the mob to kind of verify his point of view to people like you, basically, who are like not really looking into a more like from a different angle. Okay, and then the next sentence, and frankly, I would take his word for it more than I would hearing you cry about the fact. His experience seems more credible to me. You know, I don't think I, at any point in the video, make the claim that I am knowledgeable of what, like, goes down in the mob, you know? Other than the fact that I'm, like, when he's saying like, when he's making the statements of like the movie's trying to make mob guys to seem like bad guys, it's like, yeah, that's the fucking point. They're not good guys. Like, that's stupid. So yeah, that's the point I'm making. And I think that if he was being honest, like, obviously they're not. No, fuck that. Like, they're bad. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, they're people, they're humans, obviously. And I don't think they, you know, whatever, they're human beings and stuff like that. But they're committing fucking crimes on a large scale and fucking over lots of people. So overall, I don't think they're the people I'm going to side with in any situation, unless I was a part of them, which is where his bias lies. He has a bias towards that view of being like, the mob guys aren't bad guys. They have families, and yeah, that's true. But they're the mob. Suck my dick. Okay. Yeah, and I never make any claims like, oh yeah, this is all realistic. I specifically state that this is based on reality, meaning it takes place in a realistic timeline, but the characters and the actions that happen in the show are not real. So any claim that Michael Franzese makes that is like disputing the fact that it's real is bullshit, because nobody's claiming that it's real. This isn't a real thing. This is a story. If it was a historical movie, if it was like based on fact, based on Michael Franzese's life, based on like verifiable facts about like certain mob shit, then this would be a different story. This would be a very different thing to be talking about, and I think he would have a very good insight into that life because he was a part of it, obviously. But he's not a part of Tony Soprano's life. Tony Soprano's fake. Okay, what I think I'm seeing is someone just having screwed perspective of what a mafia guy should be like, and frankly, How do you have any tone talking about it? You have never been any gangs or any of that nature. Let's not even mention the mob. I don't even know if you've ever seen a gangsta. I can tell that your view of the world's fragile, and I don't know what you've been through, but I can tell you what, calm the fuck down. People have the right to disagree. And Michael Franzese is one big fish. Thankfully, he's devoted to God now, because otherwise he would be putting a bounty on your head. Now, I'm not going to address any of that little part where you're trying to like assume what I've been a part of, what I know, who I know, because that's irrelevant. You know, I never make the claim that I have an inside knowledge, you know, like he is. He's making claims that he has inside knowledge, which he does, and I believe that, you know, but I'm not going at it in the perspective that I know more about the mob. I'm going at it at the perspective of like pointing out the hypocrisies in his statements when he's addressing this film as opposed to others, and addressing his point of view when he's trying to critique something when he's trying to critique a movie that isn't based in fact by using his own experiences, which doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense to do that when it's not it's not a documentary. It's not like anything like that. It's realistic in that it could happen, like I said in my video, but it's not, you know, it has timeline. The timeline is realistic, but the things that happen in it aren't historical. There's a difference between realistic and historical. And now if this was historical, if this movie was supposed to be historical, like a historically accurate representation of the mob, then there's a different claim to be had here, right? I would be going at it in a different light. I wouldn't be critiquing it in this way. You know, some aspects of it were shit. You know, I didn't care for the movie that much. It was okay. I thought it was cool. It's fan service. It's for people who like The Sopranos. That's all it is. That's all it is. Anybody who doesn't like The Sopranos or didn't watch The Sopranos probably didn't fuck with the movie because it doesn't make sense. It's really poorly done, honestly. Yeah. And the point where you're saying I have a fragile worldview, I don't know. I'm gonna make some more videos and you could come back and see how fragile I am, I guess, but I would disagree with that. And also, I don't think I ever got mad in the video. I feel like I was pretty level-headed the whole time. And yeah, he has the right to disagree. Like he can have his point of view, but I could also have the point of view that his point of view is stupid. So there's that. I'm not making the claim that he shouldn't have this point of view, but I'm also here to say, like, I think his point of view is kind of fucking stupid. All right. That's that. And the whole point, and the last sentence where you say, good thing he's devoted to God now, because otherwise he'd be putting a bounty on my head. Over a video? Nah, dude. I don't think it goes that deep. You know? I think they have realer shit to deal with. Bounty on my head for making jokes. That's some fragile shit. You're telling me I have a fragile worldview? If a motherfucker's gonna put a bounty on my head for making a joke video about some dumb shit you said, that's some pussy shit. Let's continue. He made a response to his original comment, saying that he made that comment 9 minutes into the video. And I think 9 minutes into the video, I hadn't really done much. 9 minutes is basically where all the memes are. That's so funny. 9 minutes is literally where all the memes are and not a lot of the nuance. But there is also nuance in the beginning, so I don't understand. Let's read this last little part. All right. I said all this 9 minutes in. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to offend you, but still, you didn't offend me. Don't worry about that. I'm not tripping. Yeah, I don't care. Realistically, I'm just making this video to kind of address your comment because I think you have a grievance with what I said, I guess. And I'm assuming you're a big Michael Franzese fan, seeing the fact that you found this video and wanted to address it with all the history of Michael Franzese. But yeah, I'm not offended. I don't care. I'm not really tripping about it. I can honestly care less about anything anybody says. As Michael Franzese doesn't even give a fuck about what I said, probably. And if he did, pussy shit, dude. All right, this guy, a made, I don't know what the fuck he's trying to say here. I think he's saying a made guy, a stand-up guy. Naturally, I would have more respect for him than you. I think he's trying to say Michael Franzese is a stand-up, like because he's a made guy, he's a stand-up guy. Bro, stop watching fucking mob movies. Please watch some more other shit. Consume other content. Mob movies aren't the only ones out there. Because I'm pretty sure that's an exact fucking line out of Goodfellas. I'm pretty sure that's almost like you're quoting the Goodfellas at this point. This guy, a made guy, is a stand-up guy. They're stand-up guys. I think that's the opening shit in fucking Goodfellas, bro. What the fuck are you doing? But it's okay. You can have more respect for him than I. You don't know who I am. I don't know who you are. I don't care. I don't care. And yes, 100% he was taking it personally. I agree with you, but that's what you come there for. But that's what you come there for. Oh, that's why you watch his videos, because he takes it personally. That's fair. I still think that's dumb when it's in the context of a movie that's not based on reality or not based on history and not based on him. It's based on a story that's The Sopranos. It's based on The Sopranos, bro. Like, it's not real. Come on. Well, listen. Sometimes things happen in the background you don't know about. Maybe there's a reason for why he is so mad about the show. Who knows? But that's what he is supposed to do. He is applying it to his real life experience like he should. I would say that he is a movie critic more than a reviewer. And to that, I would say, what's the difference? I don't think there's a difference there. Moving on. So that's mostly it. He doesn't like fiction when it comes to mob movies, shows, and obviously you can tell that he knows what happened at certain times. Dude, please get autocorrect. Holy fuck. He was really involved back in the day. Okay. Yeah, what would I say to that? Yeah, I mean, I think he could have his opinions. That's totally fine. I don't give a fuck. I think everybody should have their own opinions, but you should also be open to the fact that you're going to have people who disagree and make fun of you. Like if somebody wants to make fun of me for doing for doing videos like this, go for it, bro. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. I'm just having fun. And that was a lot of fun to make that video. I enjoyed it. So yeah. And yeah, like when you say he's applying it to his real life experience like he should, that's the point I'm going against. That's what I'm going against. I don't care if you like the movie. I thought the movie was mid. So I'm not really that hype on it. I'm not really going that deep on it. So yeah, that's about it. There's nothing really more I could say on this because, yeah, I mean, there's nothing really more to address. I appreciate your comment. I hope that maybe you think about this a little more. I'm not really here to change your mind or anything like that. I'm not worried about it. I just posted it because I felt like it. I don't care what people think about my opinions. Maybe I do. I probably do care a little bit. But like overall, it doesn't affect me. But yeah, thanks for watching today. And yeah, I guess I'll use this moment as an opportunity to kind of push a little bit of something. This is not a full-fledged video. This is literally just a throwaway video. Don't even trip about it. Next series is going to be The Walking Dead. Going to be working on that. Hopefully it comes out this month. Hopefully. And yeah, if you want more content, The Original Freak Show, we're updating some shit, making some moves, trying to make some big projects, make it happen. And yeah, that's why I don't post here a lot. I run another channel. I definitely want to make some more videos here. I think it's a lot of fun. And yeah, that's about it. See ya. I'm going to yoink that from Charlie. Yurt.